Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode in Motorsport International in Romanian Culture Cars. My name is Baicu Vlad-Andrei. I'm here with Andreas Anker. Hello, Andreas.
What's up, man? How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you so much to accept my invitational. Andreas Anker, drift pilot, will tell us a couple of secrets about his motorsport career, how start motorsport career, results, achievements, and much more. Andreas, let's start with a little describe about you.
Yeah, well, my name is Andreas. I'm 23 years old. I've been driving for around 5 years now, um, competing in drifting and moving to the pro class in my first year. And I have a 800 horsepower 2JC S13, a 800 horsepower V8 powered Supra, and another S13 that is just a stock 2J GE.
All right.
And then I'm building a few projects, but that's secret so far.
All right, all right. So, how you start the motorsport career, and what is your favorite driver to convince you to start motorsport career as a role model?
I started driving motocross when I was 9, and that was a pretty short career because I got some injuries with my wrist. So my parents put me on a quad bike, an ATV instead, and I hurt my wrist again. So they got me into a go-kart, and then I've been driving cars since. But I had a break driving from when I was 12, and then I started driving again when I was 18.
Okay.
And growing up, my like biggest inspiration and like role model that got me into like this kind of stuff is definitely Ken Block.
All right, all right. So, as a motorsport career, the drift, what do you choose drift as a discipline in motorsport?
Well, I like the freedom of drifting. It's not often that you can see a 30-year-old Nissan competing with a 2024 full carbon Supra, and they are like on the same level. So I think it's the fun fact that like that you can have a 2J powered car against a V8 in the same class. It's just a variety of cars and the style you have. It's
I,
definitely for me the most fun.
I understand, I understand. And of course, tell me the 2024, how it goes, and the plans for 2025.
Well, it's been a pretty quiet season. We've only competed in, I think, 3 events so far. So we did Iron Drift King and Holy Drift, and I think that's pretty much it. Um, and it was an okay season. We had some trouble with the cars at Iron Drift King, so it was pretty low on power. But we ended up, I think, like 7th, 18th placement out of the 64 drivers. So yeah, but the car wasn't with us that weekend for sure, and we also had a way too high gearing. And at Holy Drift, it ended very soon for us. I think it was in top 16 against Felix Lindvall. We burned off the clutch, so that ended pretty soon as well. But 2025 is going to be probably mostly the same. We haven't found a series so far. And I'm not actually done driving this year. I'm going to CMAT in Palma de Mallorca here in start November to drive a drift taxi.
Ah, okay. Okay, so that's for sure is gonna be a great experience for you on
Yeah, it's
looking.
going to be fun.
Yeah, all right, in Mallorca, of course. And I want to ask you something about the motorsport career and how you start the motorsport career. What do you recommend for a rookie or next generation to start with? Which competition, which events, which track, and other stuff like that?
Well, if you're going to start out drifting, I would definitely recommend a simulator for
Okay.
sure. Because the amount of money you save on tires and fuel and the car and you need a trailer and everything, all of that money, if you just put half of that into a simulator, you can get a bunch of practice time and just get really good at drifting before even touching a car. But if you're going into drifting, I would actually recommend a Nissan 350C as
Okay.
a practice, like a starter car, because it's reliable and it's got okay power stock and it drives like incredibly easy. But yeah, all around it's a good car, and the prices right now are pretty good.
And of course, find no. I want to asking you. You recommend Asian car or European car because you know the equipment that's for sure and the setup and the tools and other stuff like that is more easy for from European like Asia.
Yeah. Well, myself, I'm a Japanese kind of guy. I love the JDM market. I love the Nissans and I love the Toyotas. I have two Supras and three Nissans. But with that said, if you're driving in Europe, getting something like BMW E36 is super easy and super reliable, and it's easy to find parts and it's super cheap. So it's kind of what kind of style you want. Because me personally, I just want old Nissans and Toyotas.
All right, and of course, do you prefer car like BMW 92 with Eurofighter car? Do you dream to drive a car, or do you want to like to, of course, buy another Asian car?
Personally, my dream is the HGK E9, not the E92, but the Supra. The
Ah, okay.
Eurofighter is a very nice car and it looks super reliable and the wheelbase and everything. But personally, I just love the new Supra. It's so cool. But it needs the 2J for sure.
All right. And of course, watching your favorite drift pilots who driving this Supra, and
Yeah.
that's for sure. The Toyota Supra is amazing as a body kit as well, and of course the wide body, of course the setup has been absolutely amazing. Battle in charge, and of course in championship with cars like BMW E92, E45, of course E36, and as well and other good cars. Of course, including the Toyota GT86, of course, is gonna be your dream car. That's for sure because
The
the Asian cars.
GR86 and the Supra are just so nice looking.
Okay. So now let's talk to discuss a serious phrase. In my country, the motorsport is being promoted by two phrases. Street is not circuit, and champions are in circuit, not in the street. To tell us people for the first time who watching my interview, the people who watching me the interview will know exactly what I'm talking about. In your opinion, what do we have to do to convince people to come on street, to come on racing in events, and of course in track days? And what can we do to stop street racing?
Well, street racing is just, it's not the same by any means. What I love about being at a track is, you can do it all day and not worry about if police is coming, and if you don't have to worry about your car, if you can get it home or anything. You can just show up at the track. You have a lot of other experienced drivers that will help you, and you can just go a full day just driving nonstop and getting better. Because for me, drifting is just about improving and having fun. But if you're doing it on the street, there's no way of telling if you're good or bad. There's no clipping points, there are no zones, no judges or anything. And if you're a competitive person, why not come to the track?
Okay. So, like I say, we want to invite people to see events, to see track days, and of course, also in drifting, we have a couple of events for street events. Of course, demonstration with drifting cars, especially in competition. Of course, growing up this motorsport community as well, and of course, invite people to make a good car to compete in competition, and of course, don't make uh, this uh, these events are of course racing in the street, so don't go on the street racing. Come here and tell us who is number one in in this motorsport discipline called drift as well, to convince people of course to come in events. Do you want to say something other before we end in the interview?
Um, just, drifting is all about having fun and like expressing your style, where a lot of modern motorsports are just having like put a better time or a best lap or something like that. Drifting is much more free. So if you're interested in motorsports and if you want to do something that's fast and fun, just drifting is definitely the thing to do. But
Yeah.
please start out with a simulator. It's the best investment you can do.
And of course, the simulator, of course, simulator and esports competition as well are a very good start. If you see, of course, in Formula One also, we have some good drivers coming from simulator like Brandon Leach and Cembo Kulashi, who competing in the serious competition in circuit as well. And of course, drivers from drift coming from simulator as well in the offline competition, like I say, online and offline competition as well, and demonstrate and prove they are so good. And of course simulation, excuse me, are very good moments to start with if you race, of course, not only in drift but in circuit, hill climb, rally, and other stuff like that is very good, especially a couple of incredible teams invest so much in simulator, and that's for sure the results come like I say, day by day, every day, like I say, not from here now, is day by day, like I say. And of course, before we end the interview, if you have a message for fans.
Yeah, just stay safe and have fun, and yeah, go do something with your life. It's important not to hold back, and just go for it.
All right, all right. So, guys, this is gonna be another episode here in Motorsport International. Thank you so much, Andreas Anker, to accept my invitational. If you want to come and tell us your story, you can contact Andreas Anker. Andreas, contact me, and after that, we will set a day and time to tell us your story, to tell us your results, achievements. So, Andreas, I make you an invite to invite other people, like I say. So if you have some people recommend this project called Motorsport International in Romanian culture cars. And guys, of course, if you want to ask him other questions for Andreas, in the social media, in the description down below, I let you the social media, all social media about Andreas. Of course, if you don't contact him on social media, in the comment section down below, you have a Q&A session as well. Social media or comment section down below for a Q&A, and you can ask him everything do you want about Asian cars, about career in motorsport, about results, achievements, and much more. That's for sure. And of course, Andreas will respond you. Of course, answer to question very quickly, like I say, because they have a lot of job to do, especially in the final of 2024, and of course the 2025 announce a better year, especially in drift competition as well, and especially in the whole motorsport community, because we have a lot of new moments, and that's for sure. New cars, new setups, new drivers coming up here, especially the rookie and the new generation are growing so fast, and they come very close to the pro series, like I say. So watch out, guys, and of
Yeah,
course watching all the motorsport events, because increasing from year to year, day by day, and week to week, like I say, because in every week we have a new generation driver as well, and of course a new generation drivers, like I say, and riders to combine two wheels and four wheels to conclude our phrase. Guys, until next time, I am Baicu Vlad-Andrei. With me was Andreas Anker. Thank you so much again to accept my invitational. Guys, remember, street is not circuit. You are the best, and let's go racing. Vroom!